Behavior support teachers' role is really to support teachers in supporting students. So we implement the behavior specialist recommendations in a way that makes sense for them. Oftentimes when there's difficulty in the classroom with behavior regulation, maybe by one or two or a group of students, that can become the focus of the learning environment, and that's not servicing anyone in the room, the students involved, the students on the periphery, the teacher. And so with a behavior support teacher, the addition of our support in the classroom, it allows the teachers to get on with the business of engaging teaching, but also to give them the time and the space to focus on the student who requires the support. So my role might look like teaching the class while the teacher is engaging the student in the strategies that we're looking to implement. It might look like me working with the student and with the EPA to make sure that everybody understands the strategies that we're trying to implement while the teacher is teaching. So my experience as a classroom teacher allows me to sort of interpret the recommendations from the behavior specialist in a way that is going to be meaningful in the classroom and for the student. And sometimes that one particular recommendation from a behavior specialist might be a little bit different in different classrooms because of the way that the teacher is teaching, because of the way that the students are learning. And so we have that adaptability to make sure that the interventions that we're supporting are really suiting the students first and also the classroom that they're working within. We're collaborating with classroom teachers, with learning center teachers, with school admin, in addition to the behavior specialists, but at times we're also collaborating with our autism specialists, with our program planning specialists, with the diversity team, in order to make sure that the strategies that we're implementing and the ways that we're supporting students are going to work for the student. One of the big parts, the fun parts of our job, is to create the visuals and the programming. We know that recommended interventions are more successful when the visuals and the materials are engaging and appealing to the students. And so what we try to do is meet with the students and get a sense of what they're really interested in. So are they really into Pokemon? Do they have a particular sport that they play or a team that they celebrate? And we use those images to support the visuals so that students are engaged in what they're working with. There's a lot of different types of visuals that we use, but one particular one would be, say, an incentive chart. So when students are demonstrating behaviors that we're looking for, we want to make sure that we're telling them that we notice and that we appreciate and to keep on going. So it's a visual paired with usually some social praise from the adult that they're working with. And so those visuals, we're trying to make sure that we're embedding things that are of high interest to the students so that they're engaged in the materials and that they want to see them and that they want to interact with them. I know that this position is working in classrooms because we're getting emails from teachers and from administrators, and we're having conversations with families to say that the students are really excited to come the next day, and they're talking at home about how many Pokemon they earned or what their next reward is going to be. And teachers are feeling that they are equipped to manage the strategies and the implementation ideas that the behavior specialist has while still doing what they love to do, which is the teaching, engaging lessons. And I love the opportunity to do my favorite part of teaching, which is to support students who are struggling to feel really successful in their classroom. And what this does is it allows the teacher and I and the behavior specialist and the rest of the student services team to really come together to support that student in a way that makes sense for them and that's going to work for them.